Hello everybody. In this video we will talk about attacking development and the staging and old APIs. So first let's talk about why we target this kind of APIs, because it's still in development stage. In development stage, the code is not yet ready for production, so it's full of bugs. It's not fully secure, so it's perfect target for us. It's forgettable because every developer forgets to secure this in the development. Let's take the security measure in the production, so everybody focus about the production, not everybody focus on development and the staging phases. All the APIs deprecated but still works. There is a lot of APIs that it's not being used, but if you try it, it will work, and it's kind of full of bugs and full of security holes. Internal security teams rarely test old and the development APIs endpoints. Their main focus is production API, so they leave the old APIs and the development APIs as it don't do many security pen testing on it. Production measures disabled to make it easy for the developers to test their own codes, like rate limits, registration policies, and so on. And finally, debug in most cases is turned on, and this is like heaven for us. If you try to send the wrong parameters and the server returned with the full code stack error and something, you can learn a lot from it. So how to find old APIs? It's simple. If you remember, in module 1 we talked about API versioning and how developers version their API. It's very important. So you can do it via API versioning in explicit URL, accept headers, custom headers, try to manipulate with version numbers and see if it works, if the server returned a result or not. And you can find it also in all the documentations if the website holds all the documentation URLs, so you can surf it to see if these APIs work or not. How to find development and the staging API? You can subdomain brute forcing. It's in most cases it's subdomain from the main domain itself, like beta.example, dev.example, QA, staging, and other possibilities. You can use public record and search engines. Search engines can take a lot of information it's not supposed to. And maybe you can use some social engineering to know which domains used in development and the staging. Attack flow works like this. First, you find whether the old development API is connected to the same database and same server as the production or not. It's a very important note and very important piece of information you need to know is if the staging or old API or development API is connected to the same database as the production or not, because in this case you can target the old API or development API to bypass the protection on production API. For example, the production API protect against high-level SQL injection attacks, but in the old APIs they don't protect against SQL injection attack. So you can target the old API and make it perform your attack, and it's the same database as the production, so you hit the production and you compromise the server. Second thing, you find a weakness at the old API or old development API, and finally use this weakness to affect the production API. For example, I searched for examples, but it's the same example as the previous video, which was the Facebook reset code, reset password code. In here, if you focus on the URL, you will find beta.facebook.com. This is the staging subdomain for the Facebook. Facebook actually has a limitation on retries on the production, so you have like 10 times or 12 times you can enter the reset code, and then you get blocked. But this limitation and this limit for retries is not there in the staging API. So he tried to do brute forcing on the production of Facebook, and he failed because these policies, but these policies is not exist in the staging API. So he done it actually. He target beta.facebook.com, and it connected to the same database and same production database. So he there, like we saw before, he brute forced this URL and successfully change the password, and it affect the production URL and production data. So actually it's very, very dangerous that developing or the API or staging API don't follow the same protection policies as the production API. About the mitigation, first, delete all the API once become deprecated. Second, protect your development and staging API with passport IP restrictions, because it's not supposed to be open or public to all users. It's for your development team or your QA team or your security team. It's not supposed to be public. Finally, add development and staging API to your security scope. Very important to apply the same policies as for production as development and staging API to make a pen test against the development and staging API as well the production API. So be careful. This is what we have for now for tagging, staging and development API. So see you next time. Thank you.